Did you know, according to Channel News Asia, a 16-year-old boy is making up to $30,000 a month by reselling sneakers alone? For a long time, the only way to get coveted sneakers was to camp out the day of the release and try to get them from the store. But today, virtually all releases take place online, and many sneakerheads or sneaker enthusiasts will look to use sneaker bots to help them check out faster and get the shoe they desire. For those not as fortunate enough to get them, they will look to reselling options to be able to get the sneakers they want. The reselling has been a way for some sellers to strike gold and turn a quick profit. I've been collecting sneakers with the use of secondary markets and online release days for the last 4 years, and today we'll be talking about how the sneaker game has changed to focusing on buying shoes online through the use of bots and the heavy influence and use of secondary markets like a stock market to buy and sell sneakers. First, let's look at how bots have impacted the sneaker buying industry. The evolution and use of computer software bots has recently begun to have a large impact on the sneaker industry. You may be asking yourself, how does the process of using and acquiring a bot work? Bots are a form of artificial intelligence that some buyers will install on their computer that will help them check out in an instant. Bots are not free, however, but exponentially increase your chances of winning the shoes. According to Taleb Salami, the founder and website of House Kicks, 19,008 pairs of Travis Scott Jordan 1s were released to the public. With hundreds of thousands of suitors looking to get those shoes, it makes it near impossible to get without bots, as some sneakerheads found. Others that don't get them for retail will have to pay 2, 3, or even 4 times the amount on StockX or other reselling sites like this that will have to go through a third-party system, and just depends on the supply and demand. Danny Parisi of Glossy, in his article, Inside the Booming of Controversial World of Sneaker Bots, makes a statement on bots that non-using bot customers hate them because it is virtually impossible to check out faster than a bot can. While the co-creator of AIO bot, Alex Cabrera, makes the case that bots are evening the playing field and also are making it so that your average sneakerhead has a chance. Whichever side you may fall on, both have no doubt made a large impact on the current way of buying sneakers. Now that we have touched on the impact of bots in the sneaker game, let's look at the influence of secondary markets and what they have on the sneaker industry. Secondary markets for sneakers have changed the process of buying and selling tremendously. Secondary markets have not always been as popular as they are today. The first one came to rise in December of 1999 when Nike Talk debuted, and this is from Matt Weinhold. Up until this point, virtually the only way to get a valuable sneaker was to get it from release day, or if you knew somebody that had gotten it from the release day. Today, reselling sites like StockX and Goat have grown exponentially to change the way that people are buying and selling sneakers. For example, I bought these from StockX earlier this year, and they released in 2018, and I would not have been able to get them if it had not been for the reselling markets 3 years later. So when buying sneakers, consumers look for ones that are dead stock, and as Jack Aldrich, the content writer for Soul Supplier, puts it, exactly as they'd arrive from a retailer. The fluctuation of prices from the supply and demand has some who are looking to sell waiting and keeping their shoes dead stock till the price goes up, while others sell them immediately upon getting them so they can get their profit now without the risk. Some consumers are not looking at the shoe as an item that they want to keep at all, but rather just a dollar sign. And the change in buying and selling sneakers has been dramatic over the last couple of years because of this. As Wu, the founder of the popular sneaker forum Sneaker News and also the popular event SneakerCon, puts it, up until recently, we only had blogs and internet forums, and now we have resale giants. The buying and selling of sneakers on secondary markets has changed the game in unimaginable ways from what it was only a few years ago. Today, I talked about the sneaker game and how it has changed to buying online through the use of bots, and also the heavy influence of secondary markets like a stock market to buying and selling sneakers. The sneaker culture has changed forever with the introduction of online and secondary markets, and today there are many people that will buy sneakers with their only intention of flipping it for a profit. Maybe one day in the future, consumers will look to buy the right to a sneaker and look to sell the right to the sneaker as well, without even having the sneaker ever in hand, kind of like the stock market.